Roger Federer retired from tennis. Retired, the word is awful. They ask me, now that you are not a professional tennis player, what do you do? I don't know, and it's okay not to know. So what do I do with my time? I'm a dad first, so I guess I drive my kids to school. I play chess online against strangers. I vacuum the house. People would say my play was effortless. Most of the time, they meant it as a compliment, but it used to frustrate me. Hello, class of 2024. This is so exciting. Really, you have no idea how excited I am. Keep in mind, this is literally only the second time I've ever set foot on a college campus. Second time ever. But for some reason, you are giving me a doctorate degree. I just came here to give a speech, but I get to go home as Dr. Roger. That's a pretty nice bonus. So, Dr. Roger, this has to be my most unexpected victory ever. Thank you. I'm a little bit outside of my comfort zone today. This is not my usual scene, and these are not my usual clothes. Do you dress like this every day at Dartmouth? The robe is hard to move in. Keep in mind I've worn shorts almost every day for the last 35 years. I'm not a person who gives a lot of speeches like this. Maybe the worst, but an important speech was when I started on the Swiss national team. I was only 17 years old and I was so nervous I couldn't even say more than 4 words. Happy to be here. Well, here we are 25 years later and I still feel a little nervous, but I've got a lot more than 4 words to say to you. I left school at the age of 16 to play tennis full time, so I never went to college. But I did graduate recently. I graduated tennis. I know the word is retire. Roger Federer retired from tennis. Retired, the word is awful. You wouldn't say you retired from college, right? It sounds terrible. I know what it's like when people keep asking what your plan is for the rest of your life. They ask me, now that you are not a professional tennis player, what do you do? I don't know, and it's okay not to know. So what do I do with my time? I'm a dad first, so I guess I drive my kids to school. I play chess online against strangers. I vacuum the house. No, in truth, I'm loving the life of a tennis graduate. I graduated tennis in 2022, and you are graduating college in 2024. So I have a head start in answering the questions of what's next. Today, I want to share a few lessons I've relied on through this transition. Effortless is a myth. I mean it. I say that as someone who has heard that word a lot. Effortless. People would say my play was effortless. Most of the time, they meant it as a compliment. But it used to frustrate me when they would say he barely broke a sweat. Or he's even trying. The truth is, I had to work very hard to make it look easy. I spent years whining, swearing, throwing my racket before I learned to keep my cool. The wake-up call came early in my career when an opponent at the Italian Open publicly questioned my mental discipline. He said, Roger will be the favorite for the first 2 hours, then I'll be the favorite after that. I was puzzled at first, but eventually I realized what he was trying to say. Everybody can play well the first 2 hours. You're fit, you're fast, you're clear, and after 2 hours, your legs get wobbly, your mind starts wandering, and your discipline starts to fade. It made me understand I have so much work ahead of me, and I'm ready to go on this journey. I get it. My parents, my coaches, my fitness coach, everyone had been calling me out. And now even my rivals were doing it. Players, thank you. I'm eternally grateful for what you did because you made me work harder. So I started to train harder, a lot harder actually. But then I realized winning effortlessly is the ultimate achievement. I got that reputation because my warm-ups at the tournaments were so casual that people didn't think I'd been training hard. But I had been working hard before the tournament when nobody was watching. Maybe you've seen a version of this at Dartmouth. How many times did you feel like your classmates were racking up A after A without even trying while you were pulling all-nighters? Loading up on caffeine maybe, or crying softly in a corner of Sanborn Library? Hopefully, like me, you learned that effortless is a myth. I didn't get where I got on pure talent alone. I got there by trying to outwork my opponents. I believed in myself, but belief in yourself has to be earned. Yes, talent matters. I'm not going to stand here and tell you it doesn't. But talent has a broad definition. Most of the time, it's not about having a gift. It's about having grit. In tennis, a great forehand with sick racket head speed can be called a talent. But in tennis, like in life, discipline is also a talent, and so is patience. Trusting yourself is a talent. Embracing the process, loving the process is a talent. Managing your life, managing yourself, these can be talents too. Some people are born with them. Everybody has to work at them. From this day forward, some people are going to assume that because you graduated from Dartmouth, it all is going to come easy for you. And you know what? Let them believe that, as long as you don't.